Hello, everyone. My name is Danny, and I'm going to review Roman J. Israel Esquire. Roman J. Israel Esquire is a dramatic thriller set in the overburdened Los Angeles criminal court system. Denzel stars as a driven, idealistic defense attorney whose life is suddenly disrupted when he is recruited to join a firm led by ambitious lawyer George Pierce and begins a friendship with a young champion for equal rights. Oh, that's a misprint on a movie sleeve. That's the first time I've ever seen that. The word is CHAMPIONFOR. It's a misprint on a movie sleeve. Has anybody ever heard of that? I'm not editing this. I'm authentic. I'm a real-time movie reviewer. I've never seen that in my life. It's supposed to be that Denzel begins a friendship with a young champion for equal rights. A turbulent series of events ensues, which will put the activism that has defined Roman's career to the test. Champion for. I've never ever seen that. Wow. Okay, so this is rated PG-13. Runs about 2 hours. It is a 2017 film. Stars Denzel Washington, Colin Farrell, Carmen Ejogo. It's been very talked about, and except for a misprint, this is a pretty darn good movie. This was funnier than I thought it would be. It's not funny, haha, but it's funny in the way that keeps you entertained in a drama. The first kind of big scene that kind of made me chuckle, I guess chuckle is the right word, is obviously Denzel's character is sort of charismatically, he struggles to be a normal person, I guess is the right way to say it. So he calls in to the complaint line for city ordinances about noise, the construction by his building. Apparently he calls every night, but the way he talks about it, being this violation, this code, that got a chuckle out of me. That was kind of funny. We all hate that stuff happens around us, but we don't actually know what we're talking about, so we would have no idea who to call, even if we wanted to complain, hardly. So the fact that he was able to be funny in that way kind of helped out a little bit at the beginning of the movie to kind of get us into the feel of it and everything. One bad point, I'll jump kind of further in the movie, is that his character kind of tells us that he wants to go have a donut or two by the beach. And it's just kind of an off line, but then he ends up doing it. And that 10 minutes of the movie that he is riding the train and he's buying the donuts and he goes to sit on the beach and he goes to sit in his his hotel room, it's just 10 minutes of pointlessness. I just don't get it why people have to, have us watch somebody ride in a car or, walk on a beach or something and then ride a train. They probably could have cut off a good 20 minutes of this movie just from that kind of stuff. So that's just one kind of big flaw of this movie right away that I noticed. The hindrance on this movie is what ends up happening to Roman and really, honestly, his mistake could have been avoided. He's such a genius character, and for some reason, he can't follow the one rule in life that you're not supposed to do. He knows he can think that he's not supposed to do it because he's such a genius, and he ends up doing it. And as a movie watcher, we're all yelling at him not to do it, and he still does it. And, and characters never listen to us, do they? And then I don't know. I mean, it's hard watching his character struggle through this, knowing that he is a genius lawyer. He's a genius civil rights activist. He's a genius male of his time that doesn't like being told no or that he's wrong. And when people won't listen to him, he won't let it go because he knows he's right and he has to make you understand that he is right. Does that sound like some 10-year-olds that we know? Yeah. It's tough to watch. It struggles through, and you're wondering why he's such a good lawyer if he just doesn't know how to do anything in the people world. We've got to be flexible. We've got to be able to be personable, plus do the background work. You know, that's everybody in the world. You can't be successful if you only know how to do the behind-the-scenes stuff. You got to kind of be flexible and learn the other aspects of your job also. That leads me. I'll cover the ending first. It's fine. This is very Denzel-like. A movie that has him or Tom Hanks or those kind of big names. They have to end a certain way, and the ending for this, I guess, was fine. It just was typical. I didn't want Roman to give himself up. I thought maybe how smart of a character we're led to believe that he is, that he would go, travel to some other country. I mean, all he did was take in some reward money and could have moved on with his life, and $100,000 will get you somewhere in this world. Not sure where, but it'll get you somewhere. So the ending was all right. I'll just say that. That leads me to my two other points. When I was watching this movie, I was thinking about how the world of this movie is and the stuff surrounding it and the issues that it wasn't addressing whatsoever, but it brought up. And I'm just thinking about our world. This is really some good proof, and there's almost like an underlining message saying that our world is really screwed up. And it's hard to know that we have so much going on, and we kind of avoid it by doing whatever we can to be successful. And that's what Roman's character kind of ends up doing, is he has his best friend die, and he decides to get a new haircut because he thinks that's how he's supposed to look. He gets told to buy a new suit, so he gets the nicest one that he can. He cashes in a reward because the information's there to do it, and he can't avoid temptation. And that just sounds like a lot of people I know in this world. And it's hard to fight against the norm of what society thinks we're supposed to do. And it's really kind of paints out an ugly world, and it really seems to be our world that we're living in. And then the other message that I got from this movie is that there are ways to be good. There's a scene in this where Denzel and his lady friend come across a guy they think he is dead, and the cops come at the same time wondering what happened, and Denzel slips his card in the guy's pocket saying for his explanation is that he wants to be responsible for anybody who wants, the cost of burying the man because they don't want him going down as a John Doe. And what Denzel's saying there is that it's okay to be a nice person. It's okay to go out of our way to think about someone else other than ourselves. And I love that message, and I hope some of us take that away from this movie. So those are underlining messages of what I got out of it. I'd love to hear what some of you got out of this film. If nothing, that's all right. Just a stupid lawyer being a stupid guy. That pretty much is what the movie is, but I think there's more to it. So I think it's a B movie, but I think it's kind of boring, and I think it kind of skipped over some important things that it could have explained, but obviously I didn't want it to be any longer. I just wanted it to fill its 2 hours with actual crucial information. So I'll give it a B minus for Roman J. Israel Esquire, one of the longest, most confusing names of a movie we had last year. And it was an okay movie. It was kind of enjoyable. I thought it was going to be stupid. That's why I didn't see it in theater. But I kind of enjoyed it. It was all right. I'd give it a watch. So thanks, everybody. My name is Danny. And if you like this or any of my other movie reviews, try and give them a watch and like and subscribe to my channel. And that's it for me. Keep the movie reviews coming. I will. Enjoy your movies, guys. Thanks.